If we handed you a random product and social media network, could you find a market for the product and sell a bunch of them? Or what if you saw a brand new opportunity on social media? Would you know how to capitalize, or are you going to wait until somebody spoon feeds you the answer? Welcome to the Digital Marketing Misfits Show, where we, a group of experienced marketers, take on ridiculous and often hilarious marketing challenges to put our skills to the test. We also discuss current marketing events, trends we see on social media, and more. Digital Marketing Misfits is like your favorite morning radio show, except we've applied that entertaining style to the often boring subject of digital marketing. So tune in for some pure marketing mayhem as we make marketing fun again on the Digital Marketing Misfits Show. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Digital Marketing Misfits Show, episode 34. We're getting up there in the mid-30s. Most people don't make it to 50. That's our first goal, is to get it here to 50. We're more than halfway there.
I'm over 50.
Anyway, we've got an interesting lineup of topics we want to talk to you tonight. Talking about the power of how much power just one video takes and change the course of your life. TikTok links might be going away soon for link in bio. And I want to talk a little bit about the Blair Witch Project because I saw an awesome post on it, and that is, I couldn't let it wait till spooky season because I'd probably forget about it. So, so let's start off with, we kind of had a good pre-show conversation about the one video. There's one video away. Thad,
I would like to start the show roasting you, however, because you acted like pulling up that video intro was about to take you 3 hours, and it took you maximum 7 seconds. Like, we all operate on different levels. I'm still sitting down, signing into my computer.
I mean, well, I couldn't find it for a second. It wasn't up. I almost hit the go live button.
You act like you
hitting
don't
the
have
intro.
a folder for the subfolders that are titled with the proper prefix and everything else. But that's how we're going to start the show.
Reagan, let's keep on that topic. What are those color codes that we were working on today? And Dom was like, Rain Man, just rattling them off. And I'm like, how do you know? How do you know the gray color scale code that we use for our brand color?
Yeah, like, okay. Shout out to Canva. If you need a creator over here, I would love you. I use your brand kit all the time. And there's no way I could ever remember the hex codes that are stored in there. Rain Man doesn't even have a post-it in front of him. And he's like F0H to the second power.
Well, all right. The only reason I remember those is because I enter them so damn much. Yeah. It is reps. All right. I learned it's reps on reps.
Right. But like, why are you wasting so much time entering it instead of just clicking? It's one click versus like 8. Get more lean.
Well, because Lead Vortex doesn't really store custom colors from page to page to page. So every new page, I have to type it in one more time.
Reagan, have you noticed when he goes from tab to tab to tab, he like will physically type in websites?
Yes.
Whereas I have like 30,000 tabs open down, like Bob, alt, corner, hypothesis,
It's not in my favorites bar. It's lost forever.
I don't even, I have my favorites bar hidden.
Yeah, mine's hidden, but mine's only hidden when I am not adding a new tab. So if I'm adding a new tab, it pops up. So nothing ever gets lost.
You're the man, Dom. We love you.
Hey, you know what though? It's gonna be tragic when I'm old and I get Alzheimer's.
Yeah, it is tragic.
That'll be weird.
I'll save a seat for you. I need a Post-it to get into my garage. That's only a 4-code thing to get in. It's like,
That's so funny. So yeah, I mean, I tell you, everyone's like, you want to get good at something, just do it 30 times in a row, and you'll get better.
College.
What did you say?
Remember hex codes, type them in 6,000 times. Just like if you write these sentences on a piece of paper, it'll make you better at penmanship. That panned out.
So hot.
What were we gonna say that before we all?
I was gonna say that I understand that whole code memorization thing because Kartra was the same way. I was entering in, and I'd like to change them up from section to section, but they always keep one consistent blue. And I know that code by heart just because I've entered it in so many times. And one of those global section saves, like Tyler mentioned, wouldn't really apply because they would throw off everything. But yeah, it's one of those weird things. I'm the same way about just random numbers, like entire debit card number, CVS number on the back. Like, yeah, I'm just weird like that. Yeah.
I'm glad I'm not the only one.
You are, guys. Yeah.
I know my Delta Sky Miles number. That's it.
I mean, again, talking about reps. How often do you use that damn number?
I only know it because it says 911 twice.
All right, touche. But yes,
Anyway, Dad, you were giving him too much credit. Rain Man knows he's Rain Man, but like we also know you're Rain Man too.
Yeah, he is. I'm not the only one. You guys like to put me up on this pedestal. I'm idiot savant. Let's go on that.
That's it. Break it enough times, you'll figure out how it works.
Exactly. So we were talking pre-show about was it Matt Rife?
Yeah, it was Matt Rife. You know, someone dropped a interesting video, and if you've been on any side of any reels like TikTok, Instagram, like the dude's everywhere, all over short form video. Huh?
I've never seen him before.
No, I mean,
how the heck have you not seen Matt?
Oh my god, just because I like his stuff. You know,
that tracks. I'm not even going to question it. That tracks.
What, did I like comedy?
No, that Dom has never seen Matt Rife.
That actually makes sense. You know,
Yep.
He's watching like astronomical physics and like crazy shit. You know. But hey, we love him for it. It's all good. But anyway, so I guess like the dude's not a big social media guy, but I guess one video that he actually made last year like really exploded his entire business. So I guess I can present like it's weird having control right now, so I'll do the best job I can over here. But we'll bring up the video and see how it goes.
Yep.
Y'all let me know if y'all can hear the audio.
Matt Rife, the comedian, he goes viral every single post he makes, except he hates social media.
You're a sheriff? For real? This is good. This is going to cause a lot of fights in the car ride home. You drove 200 miles for me to sit on your phone?
Matt got his start on MTV's Wild 'N Out when he became the youngest member on the show's history. He spent 11 years in comedy clubs just trying to make a name for himself. He was selling around 70 tickets a show and netting out about $150 per show. Until the summer of 2022, everything changed. The Just for Laughs Festival in Montreal is an annual showcase for established comedians. Despite not being invited, because he's not big enough, he still went anyways. Here's where it all gets crazy. During that trip, he decided to post this video while at dinner with his friend and his manager. He even said, "This is so stupid. Why am I doing this?"
How recently did you guys break up? You worked in the ER also? Are you broke up with a hero?
In just 3 days, the video had 20 million views. Over the next few months, he would amass 15 million plus followers on TikTok. That's not even the craziest part. His Problematic tour sold out in 3 continents across 260 dates in only 48 hours. 600,000 tickets sold. You're just one piece of content away from a completely brand new life. Keep
So obviously, you know, one of our biggest messages around here is just make the content. But like the proof is in the pudding. Like grinded for 11 years, like barely could sell 70 tickets, probably to a lot of friends and family. You know, just grinding until he decided to do something that he wouldn't normally do. Stepped out of that comfort zone, posted a video, and it blew the fuck up. And now, I mean, completely life changing. Yeah.
Imagine if you quit 5 or 6 years in.
Right.
You know what's funny? That is pretty much same story about Oliver Anthony making music off his cell phone. Uploaded a couple tunes. Had I think he had 616 followers or something. That video, it's now iPhone, Billboard, iPhone, and Spotify top of the charts for the last 2 weeks. Guy's life isn't completely changed in a matter of one video. Reaction videos all over YouTube, spreading it all over the world. Same with Matt Rife. Same thing.
Oh yeah, and there's so many of those copycat, like those people that like curate content. They take content and they just post it as their own.
Yeah.
There's so many of those channels surrounding this dude. I mean, he's got a very unique and kind of dark sense of humor, so I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
But that's just me. But it just kind of goes to show you that if there's something that you really enjoy doing, you really have a passion for something, even if like you haven't made it yet, but you're like, it's just something you want to go after, just getting out there and creating short form video, getting out there and just like trying to create an audience around you, what you're about and your passion. I mean, the sky is really the limit, as long as you're willing to show up and do the repetitions.
Yep.
He's also a really funny fuck.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. Extremely. His brand of humor. You know, you got another good one there, Thad. You see a lot of comics trying that now too.
Yeah.
You see them doing that, and you're like, yeah, you're not funny.
Right.
You don't engage. You're trying to do the same thing, but your comedy isn't. Matt, that was Matt's stand-up before he went on the little screen, so it just doesn't work. But very, very cool.
Yeah, it definitely reminds me of like, you know, you got that really close group of friends and you all just give each other like mad shit, you know, like anything they say that's just like, you know, shit talking session. Absolutely love that kind of humor. Yeah.
It's funny now that you guys post the clip. I've seen him before.
Yeah.
I never knew. I was like, oh, I know that guy.
Yeah.
But I actually remember him on Wild and Out.
I never watched Wild and
You
Out.
guys never watched Wild and Out?
I never watched it. The only time I watch it is the clips I see on freaking TikTok. That's
Did
it.
that come out?
I used to watch it when it was live. Like,
Did it come out after Saved by the Bell or something?
No. It was actually before Robin Big.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. I can't be
What, Robin Big?
Robin Big. You guys
Oh, I
remember
love Robin Big.
Yeah.
Oh, it was
Wild and Out was
absolutely
before
hilarious.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was back Nick Cannon before he had 37 children.
True story. True story.
He used to host. It was spectacular. I think he only had like 4 or 5 at the time.
That's awesome. So good.
But no, I mean, again, we've been saying this, I think, for over a year now. Is just make the content. And that's the thing with the TikTok and the short form algorithms. Like, you don't know what's going to get picked up and what's just going to strike that chord and with everybody. Because I think the thing is all the super, super crazy viral clips, the 20 million, 30 million, 40 million view clips, they're universal.
Mm-hmm.
They're not niche. They're not an educational tip. They're just someone being themselves.
Yep.
And everybody watches it. Everybody likes it. And they're like, oh, we're going to show this to everybody.
Yeah.
It's funny to me how a piece that he probably, you know, either wrote on his phone or wrote on his computer, because most comedy skits are completely written, right, for punchlines and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. That he wrote it for probably. I mean, I know they reuse a lot of jokes when they go on tour, you know, when they're going from club to club, but he wrote that for a live audience. And it's funny to me that it can be so relatable to the masses via short form if it's chopped up a certain way, right? Because what I noticed from his videos is that not always do you see his comedy unbroken all the way through, right, for 30 or 60 seconds, or right. It's always like chopped. It's chopped in little pieces now, where it's just interesting to me that there is a formula that they use to chop his content up now and deliver it for short form that just it crushes. It does so well.
And if you look at what they're actually sharing, it's more of the roasting, the interactional piece with the audience. That's what they're sharing. They're not actually sharing any bits, excuse me, to the comedy piece. But that's to say that he's probably got a documentary coming out. He's probably got a number of deals with streaming services, but it's that one piece of content that took off and changed everything, which is the moral here.
Yeah.
Yeah. People love to see that banter back and forth, right? Mm-hmm. With a heckler, or seeing when a comedian is at their most vulnerable, right? Because they're vulnerable every time they step on the stage. Is when the crowd turns on them and they're either not laughing or they're heckling them. How that comedian responds. Like some of my favorite comedians, man, they're ruthless when they go after people in the crowd, and they're so fast with it that you're like, I like this guy, you know, because he's like not taking any shit. He's quick with it. Like it's something that only comes with the reps, though, right? Like comedians are only good like dishing it back out if they've been on the road for 10 years, right? Yeah. When they've literally been heckled 8,000 times, right? Where it's just like they already know at what punchline and what joke where somebody's going to say something out of the crowd or be like, I'm offended. I can't believe you said this, right? And they'll already have had responses, right? Kind of like almost like a loaded gun, right? Where they're just waiting for it. And
Mitch Hedberg do that all the time.
Yeah, that stuff pops so well on short form. It's amazing.
I mean,
everyone loves a good roast, you know.
Yeah,
especially when they're quick
he also
with it, like
laughs
you
at
said.
Himself.
You know,
like he roasts himself within it. Like I mean, he doesn't take it all too seriously, and it's all on brand. Like when he's current, he's like, oh fuck, I shouldn't have said that, but I said it anyway. Like there's some giggling to it, you know what I mean? And I'm here for it. I'm with that, like total Matt Rife stan over here.
Yeah.
And to bring that back to our world, feel free to reply to a hate comment with a video roasting them. I love doing it. It's one of the, it's like if I'm having a bad day, I'll just be like, I gotta blow off some steam. Here's troll number 47. And then I might get a Benny Hill soundtrack in response to it, or that farting around sound.
Or make a t-shirt.
What?
Or make a t-shirt.
Or make it a t-shirt. Yeah.
I mean, actually, I think I have it on.
Oh, yeah.
Just make a t-shirt about it.
Let's make a t-shirt.
Yeah, I mean, again, those types of comebacks, human interaction. I mean, look at Seinfeld, right? Like Seinfeld was a timeless show that was just built based on human interaction.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah.
Universal stuff, and it was literally about nothing, but about everything that we deal with everyday life.
Show about nothing. Yeah.
And using that segue into the 90s, Blair Witch Project. All right, has everyone on this show seen the Blair Witch Project?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. If you're in the audience and you've not seen the Blair Witch Project, it was basically the premise of the story. The premise of the movie was there was a group of teens in the woods. I think of it was Maryland, right? Group of teens went in the woods of Maryland to find the Blair Witch, and they were lost. And this camera footage was recovered weeks after they went missing, and this is supposedly whatever was found. But before leading up to the launch of that movie, the producers started their marketing campaign months before. So they actually went to the town that the movie was supposed to take place in, and they actually put up lost and found posters for these 4 kids who were eventually going to be in the movie. So everyone was actually looking for all of these 4 teens, and there was the story of the Blair Witch. It started making its way on all kinds of the old message boards, and people, it was picked up, I think, by the local news. These 4 people are being lost, and that all of a sudden people told, it kind of went viral pre-internet. Like, what happened to these 4 kids? And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, we found the footage. We're going to go play it at your local movie theater, pay $8 or $9 to go see it. And to this day, it was the most profitable movie made of all time. I think it was $30,000 to make, and it made something like $50 million or something.
I just looked it up as far as like the cost goes. It made 35, or the budget was 35K and 65K, and then it made just over 248 million.
Yeah, most profitable movie of all time.
And didn't they have the actors where the actors were not allowed to go out during all the
they sequestered the actors.
Yeah. That way they couldn't be found.
Yeah. It was I mean, and I wanted the lesson that I wanted to take away from that is that whenever you're launching something, whether that be a product, whether that be a course, whether that be a software, whatever it is, when you don't think about launching it when you're done making it.
Yeah.
Like they thought about how they were going to launch Blair Witch Project before they started shooting the first frame.
Yeah.
And that's basically leading up to like a marketing campaign is not like, oh, hey, here it is. It's done. Go buy my stuff, link in bio, and make a couple TikToks now that it's done. Like you need to start building hype weeks, months beforehand, and then create and fabricate a story that people can follow along until when you finally say, hey, look, this thing's available. People are already foaming at the mouth, ready to give you money.
There's also a second lesson there, and the most profitable way to launch something is paid, right? Because their budget increased to go worldwide once they had made all this money. It's the same way if you're launching a product, launch a paid beta, and it's going to give you some cushion and funding to then give you paid scale when you're ready to launch, and the feedback to make sure that you're not going to fall on your face and not deliver.
Now, how long did they leave the cat in the bag? Like, when did they actually release that it was fake?
I don't know.
I want to say it was years later.
Yeah, I mean there was a
It
lot.
was, I mean, because of the cinematography, the handheld, because they
Handheld,
completely
first
changed
person.
the way they recorded videos and at the time. But yeah, it was so realistic. I walked out thinking it was real for a while.
Yeah.
Until it was like then it came out that oh no, it was all staged. These it was completely fake. Yeah.
And
I
then they
guess
had
this was
this- I
also
think-
pre-internet too.
Yeah,
Well, I
it
guess
was-
the internet was there, but it was not what it is today.
Right. It
I
was
mean, they
like
actually had to
AOL
like
chat stuff.
convince people that it was made up. You know, they had to do a lot of effort to say, no, seriously, folks, this was all like part of the thing because people were bought into it. They were bought and sold, and they'd go visit the town and they'd try to walk around.
Oh yeah,
and
people
all
were
that.
conducting search parties looking
Yeah.
for the Blair Witch. Even though you never actually saw it on the film, they just created the suspense.
Yeah.
And the actors, I think, too, wasn't the crew. The crew was hidden, and the reactions that you saw were real.
Yeah, because the actors were miserable. They hated the whole premise of it.
Yeah. So the emotions that were captured there were real, and it was. But also in your marketing, it's all about like emotion and feeling. If you can convey feeling through content, you're going to have control over your audience.
Do you remember the next movie that tried to capture that same with the handheld and the jittery things like that?
Fucking Cloverfield. That is how not
Thanks,
to do
Dom.
it.
Thanks,
It
Dom.
made me so sick.
No,
I made
yeah.
me so mad.
It bombed.
Yeah.
It bombed. It did
Bombed.
not do well.
I walked out like a third of the way through.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. I was like, I was sick. But yeah, there's even the found footage style took off after that. Yeah, it was it was a whole new genre of movies of horror.
Yeah.
Not even just horror, I think just found footage in general.
Yeah.
Well, and even that same type of like first person point of view, like made its way into all kinds of things. Like think of like the Bourne Identity. Like all the action scenes were like you were in the action scene because of that kind of like shaky, realistic type style. You know, so it definitely had its trickle down effect and affected a lot of different cinematography. Yeah.
Here's a good little fun quote from Wikipedia, so trusting my source here. The Blair Witch Project is thought to be the first widely released film marketed primarily by the internet, but the film's official website launched in June, featuring faux police reports as well as newsreel style interviews.
Wow.
It was
just
very
goes
well
to
thought
say
out.
It's very trailery. You have to know what happens next. It's just a very also well-written Wikipedia article, if you will, but just a fun little plug there about everything being marketing related.
Everything. I mean, it was different because you could have had the 4 actors go on the talk show circuit.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, we got this new movie coming out, Blair Witch. You should go see it.
Yeah.
And they're not going to know who these people are. They didn't have the money for it. So like, oh, let's just release a fake police report. Yeah. And that's going to get circulated. So, and also, I mean, I would even put it out there too, is being a relatively new content creator without any following. You can't just get on like a Gary V podcast and go, hey, I've got this thing launching. Go, get plugged at the end of something like Gary V. You have to basically build it in public and say, hey, this is what I'm going to do. Here's document my own journey along the way. And you're going to get people invested organically. And Reagan's saying the paid beta, best thing you could do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like when we launched AI last year, it was having that beta money to like just fix. We could just throw money at problems when they came up, and it was like just fix it. Who do we call? And it didn't come out of our pockets.
Call Dom.
No. Me and Jamar called. Was it Alf? For that email thing.
Yeah, we. I mean, there were numerous times where we're like, okay, this is out of our league, and we need this fixed like yesterday.
Yeah.
So when you have a little extra money to throw at problems to get them fixed quickly, then that's what you do.
Yeah, it's a whole new level of just peace of mind.
Yeah, and I think it's Russell Brunson or Steve Larson recently who's been talking a lot about. I think it was Steve Larson, where he talks a lot about just that lead up of how you, like, if you're going to have a launch and you have a date that you're going to launch it, your planning for the launch should start almost 3 to 6 months beforehand with all of these little mini events and challenges and things like that, because it's going to warm your market up all the way up until that pinnacle where you finally have that offer or whatever, where people have been waiting on something, right, to connect the dots or whatever it may be. And was that in the Capitalist Pig?
Yeah, well,
I think was that in his newsletter? Was it or just in an email?
He's been talking about that for years. So
Yeah,
I think when he first launched OfferLab, I think that's when he started doing it. He got really into launching. He had an entire. If you want to actually have a really cool podcast, go look Launch for Profit. He did a whole, I think it was like 20 some episodes where it was really research heavy. It was documented. He did like all like the PT Barnums and all the old like turn of the century marketers who didn't have the internet. And he actually broke down all of their launch campaigns, how they built hype, what they did, the hype that they fabricated before they actually went and launched.
Right.
And it's all the same stuff today. I mean, what about us? Right. Last year we launched AI. We had how many people talking about something, this new cool Amazon side hustle. And everyone's like, what the hell is it? And then by the time I'm like, oh yeah, here it is. You can learn it. And
that's a strategy and tactic too. Thad's definitely been through a lot of promos like that, where you have to balance between burning your audience out and them going, this and then actually delivering. So that in itself is a skill. But Thad's mentioned this before. I might be wrong, but it's like, but you're going to have those people who get pissed off and unsubscribe, get out of your group or whatever. That's almost a benefit because they're not your audience anywhere. It's just practicing your message and leading up to it.
Yeah. I mean, Steven talks about building pressure.
Yeah.
He's like, you have to build up pressure in your market. And then when you finally open that cart, the amount of pressure goes like a rocket fuel in your rocket. He's like, that's how far it's going to go.
Yeah.
Right.
Very
I mean,
cool.
Thad, is there a way? What are some of your words of spirited wisdom here for not burning out your audience?
on launching, burning your audience, like Scotty said it best. Like you really do have to balance it, and it's not so much. It's a lot of sizzle. Like in order to get that, it's like shaking up a Coke bottle. You know what I mean? You want it to fizz. You don't want it to burst. You don't want it to like go flat on you. You just want it to fizz enough to add that pressure so you have that eruption. And sometimes it could be weeks, sometimes it could be months. It all depends on the scale in which you're doing it. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. Did I say something funny, Scotty?
Just no. I mean, I can't wait till that gets clipped out of context.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Run it.
You just got to build up until
whoever the VA is chopping this stuff up, run that back. You know what I mean?
You got to chop everything up until the pressure is
chop it up. Get it all on camera. But
for sake of adding to that too, though, when it's time, when you're ready to open the doors, you're gonna throw Mentos in that bitch and toss it up there and let it go full send. Who cares if they're burnout? Like, it's the name of traffic when you're launching.
Yeah.
And shit's gonna break.
Always have those people that are gonna fall off regardless. As soon as you start talking about, hey, I've got this thing to buy, or I've got this thing that I'm offering you later, or this thing that's coming, they're gonna be like, they just want money from me, and that's okay. Like Scotty said, those people aren't your audience anyways.
Very good follow up on that. How many people were in Alex Hormozi's YouTube channel bitching and moaning to the very end? Comments like, "Oh, he's got something to sell." They stayed, and they still bought a book or did something, and they were the Cheeto finger Redditors complaining, and yet it was like, oh, okay. So keep that in mind.
Yeah, I think the fact that he had everybody guessing until the end, including all of us here on this, on the podcast, like we were all sitting around like, how much is it going to cost? What's the what's the final offer going to be? Like, is there continuity? Is there SaaS? What's his deal? And everything, like we knew there was a book launch, right? We just didn't know if there was any kind of offer tied to the book launch. When, of course, he had the last laugh when there was no real offer. The offer was buy as many of my books as possible. Yeah. That was his offer.
And that's what he was saying the whole time. What'd you say, Reagan?
He's ready to dangle another carrot. He's out here playing chess. Like, just when you think that you're onto something, like, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the Green Book. The Green Book I know is titled Money Systems. Because if you're looking,
he hung it out there right there at the end, right? As he dangled the carrot, and he's like, "Thanks for buying $30 million or whatever it was of my books. Guess what? There's another book coming."
And then
he's awesome at the long game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't. He even said it, he's like, I don't need the money.
Well,
My time horizon is infinite. I can play the game as long as possible.
Yeah. He had that long Threads post that I posted on our Telegram group. That if you guys aren't on Threads, like I don't know if it's him or if it's somebody on his team that posts these threads on it like multiple times on a daily basis. But he had an analogy where he talks about like when you're building a skyscraper and you got two guys that are competing with each other, and one guy, builds a 10-story building, whereas Alex is like, there's another guy that's building a 100-story building. Well, the guy who's building a 10-story building is just going to build it as fast as possible and fill it full of people so he can make money like right away. Whereas the guy that's building a 100-story skyscraper is going to build a great foundation and everything, because he's going to build a super, super tall building. So he's got to make sure that the foundation is good, the construction is built right, so that by the time he gets to the 40th, the 50th, the 60th, and the 70th floors, that this thing isn't just going to fall over, right? And so basically that whole analogy in that Threads post is basically saying it takes time to build something. Yeah. And that's why I posted it in our group, because I was like, hey, we're building momentum. We're building something that's going to be a lot bigger than all of us, right? Collectively, like we're going to build something bigger, but it's going to take time. Like it's not, we're building the 100-story building while everybody else is running around building 10-story buildings.
Yeah.
Right?
The thing
So,
though, too, is that when the 10-story building goes up, it looks like the biggest building that's ever been built.
Oh, and it's making money right away, right? Like they got, it's full of tenants.
Yeah. I'm sitting here laying a foundation brick going, shit. That 10 stories looking really, really good right now.
Right. But at the same time, if you build a 100-story building right, it's going to 10x anything that 10-story building is going to do, right? But it's just going to take more. Yeah, it's going to take more time though. It may take 3 times as long, 4 times as long, and you're going to have to build it right. But sometimes it's to have that patience, like Reagan's saying, like you got to have time. It's going to take time to build something right.
I think the analogy that was kind of missed there is most people who are getting started need to build that single story or that 10-story building first before they build that 100-story skyscraper or whatever.
That's true.
Almost nobody ever goes from nothing to building a 100-story skyscraper. That just doesn't happen.
You didn't
and
do that
as
in
a
your
builder,
instruction, Jason?
Yes. That just doesn't happen. So I feel like anybody who's first getting started, don't feel like you have to build that 100 floors.
Build a shed first.
Build that shed first and build up. But yes, I think that for the long game, somebody looking into the long game and doing something phenomenal and really life-changing, then yes, you need to build and get there, but you need to learn how to crawl before
you got to pick up the hammer before you sit here and pretend like you're not even.
Don't be afraid to make a mess either.
Right.
Plug.
Yeah, it may or may not be a title of a merch coming soon.
Merch
coming your way. Oh yes, guy. Who put the banner up there?
I did.
That's gonna be in addition to the merch store. Don't be afraid to make a mess, because most people are, and they don't learn.
Yeah, and we've got merch at shop.digitalmarketingmisfits.com. Check it out.
Yes, it is not your average creator merch. Some of the stuff has an edge. It's fine.
Some of this was created at 3 o'clock in the morning when it was really, really, really funny. And sometimes when you put it on and wear it, you're like, I don't really know what that meant, but that's okay.
Speaking from experience.
Yeah, Yep.
Man, that's the best part about print on demand merches.
Yeah.
Doesn't cost you anything to make.
But Reagan comes through with pretty amazing everything on it, so I'm proud to wear all of it.
Yeah. Dude, the Halloween line is going to be off the chain.
I'm about to drop the first one right now. I just put the on the back.
You mean the Valentine's Day one?
your Valentine's Day, probably.
Oh, Fanny's in Central Florida. She survived.
Yeah, she knows. Nobody scrambled your way, Fanny. I didn't leave Tampa. We're safe.
I got rain this morning.
So did I.
It hasn't rained in Houston in like 2.5 months. It's just been a dust bowl.
Really?
Go wash
Yeah, it hasn't rained at all.
When was the last time you washed your car?
I took it to a car wash place probably a week ago.
No, you got to get it. You got to get in your driveway, and you've got to wash it by hand. You know that angers the rain gods, and then they come.
No,
rain on everything.
Not when it's 106 degrees out. No, I'm not doing it. It's too fucking hot. It's way too hot.
71 degrees now. It was 76 today. It was wonderful.
Yeah, you're gonna get snow. You're gonna get snow next month, though.
Right.
You know what though? I'm kind of waiting for the snow. I need a snowy, shitty winter. That'd be nice.
We haven't.
Everybody
had a snowy
needs to
winter
send
forever.
the thinnest t-shirts.
Yeah,
Dude, you guys send me threadbare shit. It is like I'm not wearing anything. I'm like, how do people wear this?
How do they wear that heavy beefy T Hanes that you
When
buy
it's
at the
38
Champions
degrees
store?
outside.
I would love to hear from the chat. Like, who's here for like
Who's here?
Fry Blend versus Boxy Cotton?
Yeah.
Nothing beats heavyweight cotton. That's all I'm going to say. Now, it sucks. Don't get me wrong. Last week I was in Florida and heavyweight cotton shirts suck.
And it was black.
That was black. Yeah, it's awful.
I know. I'm looking at the gray T-shirts and I'm like, how did I miss that? They look pretty sharp. I think the next round I'm going to order is going to be gray. And this army green is a little bit too much. You
Yeah.
want it faded. I think I like your color gray. Reagan, are you gray or green?
This one's green. It's listen,
It's
it's all
olive.
about who you order the shirt from and the blend of the shirt. So, Scotty, you'll know that the second ones are not Bella. They are the next level, which is a different shade. So we need to make Cheeto Finger in this.
Yeah, definitely. I ordered all the greens that I ordered are a little bit too green. So
Too green.
I was looking for olive green, which is what you have on, not.
Yeah, I definitely want the Cheeto finger and as a hoodie this winter for sure.
Nice.
All right. They just progressively get better, but like some of them, like if you guys buy them, know that they're only up there for original merch reasons. Like we're gonna document this process and leave it up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's see. I'm looking at the chat here. We got Nathan over on YouTube likes lightweight. Chris likes athletic moisture wicking.
Yeah.
There might be a couple of moisture wicking shirts in that shop.
Yeah.
There's one.
Yeah. It's
John likes Thinsulate. Scott wants a quarter zip. Reagan, can you make that happen?
I'm looking right now, actually.
Yeah, Bella.
It's the beauty
Appreciate
of
you guys going off on the rails with us here with
I know.
our whole merch. This was not in the script tonight.
we didn't have a lot of script.
Oh, we never have a script. There's like three TikTok links on our chat. I'm like, oh, we got to fill an hour talking about these.
It was, let's be honest. It was 9:03, and we're like, oh shoot, what are we talking about tonight?
Yeah. Yeah.
True story.
Yeah, I had a question. Are we, when we're at Funnel Hacking Live, are we going to be there on a Wednesday
Yes.
or no?
Yes, we are.
The 27th is our podcast.
It's the night before Funnel
The
Hacking.
27th? Oh,
Yeah.
the 27th. Are we going to do an on the road like live podcast?
I think so.
What do you guys want? Let us up in the chat here. That's going to be a logistical nightmare.
I mean,
Well,
it's not going to
really.
it's not going to take
The
that
Wi-Fi is
much.
going to suck.
Not necessarily.
We can hook to one computer, like
Yeah.
one camera, and then have anybody that's not there tune in. So it's a lot less jumping on.
Yeah. And you guys have got wireless mics, right?
Yeah.
No. Oh wait, no,
Right.
I do.
I'm bringing this. I'm just not plugging it in.
He's
We're all
bringing
bringing these.
We're just gonna sit them on the table.
Tell me you're not flying without telling me you're not flying.
Tell me you don't know how to pack without telling me you don't know how to pack.
Yeah.
Yeah. We could probably throw something together. I'm sure.
All right, that'll be an interesting episode.
But also, like, not safe for work. Go ahead and tag it now.
Oh, yeah.
what will probably happen is it'll be like 8:45, and we'll be like, "Is there something we're supposed to be doing tonight?" That's when we'll go, "Oh shit, we're supposed to go live in 15 minutes."
Tyler, Survivor style, one camera sitting around talking like we're about to vote somebody out.
Oh,
Yep,
okay.
that's not a bad idea.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yep.
Maybe we'll
Yeah,
run
it'll
into
be-
some guests who want our autograph and want to be on our show.
Yeah. Yeah. Who's anyone going to be at Funnel Hacking Live?
No,
That's-
not them. I'm talking like James Neville Taylor.
Yeah. I mean, but we might, our loyal viewers, they might be there. Well, I'll sign autograph. No, I mean, I'll sign autograph. I don't think anyone actually wants my autograph.
I was joking. I'm down.
The hell am I?
I'm with them. I meant like we run into Russell or something and say, hey,
Dom, can I get your autograph?
I mean, you know what? One person's going to do it. So they saw that and they're like, just, I mean, like, it's going to be hilarious.
The has-been athlete in me has been like practicing for that my whole life. So please run up to us and ask us that.
Yeah.
I had one person last year come recognize me from TikTok and go, "I love your videos," and I was like,
Really?
"Yeah, one person." I was like, it caught me so far off guard, I just froze. I was like, I was not prepared at all.
It's 12:30. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me personally, it was always strange when a coworker would come up to me and be like, "Is this you?" Yeah, that's me. And it's because I have 400 people working in my building, and because it's it's geo targeting for the most part. Like if all of your phones are like around each other, and if people are on TikTok, like most people are during the day, even in the workplace, it like geo targets so that they end up showing, if you're a content creator, it'll end up showing your content to other people that are in your relative location.
Oh.
I don't know if you guys knew that, but it wasn't long after I started creating content where people in my workplace were like, "Dude, is this you? Like, what the fuck is this?"
Dude, I
can make $2,000 in 2 minutes. What?
All by promoting Lululemon.
What's going on?
I mean, I first noticed the geo targeting TikTok when I was promoting Legendary in 2020. And you know how they gave you people's phone numbers when they passed the leads back?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, the amount of local area codes that I was seeing come on my leads, I'm like, there's no way all these people live nearby.
Same here.
Right? Yeah. You're like, this is crazy.
And surprisingly, some people that I made, I like built relationships with and have helped in the past, going back to 2020 when I would just jumped onto TikTok and I was just starting to create content and do stuff like that. Those people were like very local to me, like within less than an hour drive of here. A couple of them I've met over the years because they were interested in learning how to make money online and things like that. And they were like, "Hey man, can I just, can I pick your brain over a coffee or something?" And like, I'm like, "Yeah, sure. Whatever, meet them on a Saturday morning and just shoot the shit for an hour or two." And I'm like, "Man, you found me through TikTok? Like, that's so weird."
Nice.
You never know where that crazy world's going to take you.
Yeah, so be proud of what you put out there. And if you're lying to people, like, you suck.
They'll probably see you in the grocery store and they're going to call your ass on it.
Yeah. You told me I could make $3,000 a minute with promoting Lululemon. Damn it.
That's a really great, God, that does make you think, doesn't it, Reagan, though? I mean, like, if some of the shit people are putting out on their TikToks, would you do that if you knew the person? Like if you were in that,
most people wouldn't do anything though, because they're afraid.
That is true.
No, I mean like the really clickbaity, spammy crap that's out there. You kind of want to sit back and go, the lack of integrity for those people, because the thing is, I mean, like if you were to do that in your small town and had to see those people every day at a supermarket, you wouldn't do that shit. You're like the Cheeto fingers in your mom's basement, keyboard warrior. You think you have anonymity to do that because, what's the harm? It's just the internet.
That's why nobody wants to show their face. But there's also things to be said about like people want to buy from people for a reason.
Yeah.
But anybody out there doing crappy things to make money online, like eventually that'll catch up to you. At the end of the day, there's a lesson to be learned in that. Like you're exactly right, Scotty, because I wasn't proud to talk about what I did until I actually was helping people.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
What do you guys tell people when they ask you what you do? I still don't have a good answer for that question.
Online marketing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
End of conversation. Because
Yeah.
they don't know what that is. I don't have to explain anything. I just keep it simple. And the ones who do know, like I can have a real conversation with. Like I was actually playing golf like a couple weeks ago, random Wednesday, and guy asked what I did, and I said, "Oh, online marketing." He's like, "Oh, no shit, I own like a mobile DJ business, and I just got in from like Pittsburgh or some shit." So he's got like it's big national company, and then we started swapping stories about content. Like, "Oh, what's your content strategy?" "Oh yeah, like I'm over here on doing this and da da da."
That's nice.
I'm like, "Oh, that's so cool." And it, like you meet people that way, but everybody else, they're just like, "Oh, that's great."
Right.
Another guy in the same foursome was like, "Somebody's got to do it," and then he didn't ask any more questions. And I was like, "Sweet."
So you're basically the online. That's a screen essentially.
Hmm?
Like I don't want to explain to someone who doesn't know what I know, but if
I mean,
they
right?
know- if
I don't
they
want
know
to
it,
have to
they
try to
know.
break it down because then
Right.
it's like deer in headlights.
Yeah.
Like I remember trying to explain it to my parents, and my stepfather looked at me like dead in the eyes, and he said, "It's all Greek to me," and that's that's his only response.
That's
Mom
funny.
said, as long as you're happy doing it, that was it. So I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, I'm not even gonna try.
Not even
I
gonna try.
do online marketing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I try to tell people like, what do you do? And I'm like, well, I YouTube and I TikTok. And I'm like, oh, so you like do dances? I was like, no, not really. I'm like, I kind of do like boring software tutorials. Like, oh, that sounds kind of boring. I was like, it kind of is, but it can be fun. And then they're like, well, what do you sell? I heard you're doing this thing with Amazon. You sell software on Amazon? I'm like, no, I make content on Amazon. I review products. Oh, that's cool. Can I do that? Well, do you make social media content? No. Hard pass. It's like, all right, well, then you can't do this. Well, why not?
Yeah.
It always ends up like 20 questions, and people are like, I still don't. I've been talking to you for 10 minutes. I still don't know what you do. Because then I started trying to explain to someone. I told them about the TikTok ads, and they're like, "You're making TikTok ads? What the hell are you doing?" I'm like, "I just make videos and post them on the internet,
What are you
and
paying-
money comes back."
Are you paying the Chinese? What do you mean? TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Online marketing, you'll avoid all those really uncomfortable conversations. Yeah.
Yeah, content creation and marketing is what I go with. Like, and then it's if I try to tell people how, it's more like I help people learn how to monetize their following because not enough people know.
Out of all the content that we make,
Pretty
on-
you leave it if they go any further, they're like, oh, okay, you're exactly right, Thad. You just content creation and
Yeah. Let the people who are in the know show themselves to you so you can have a genuine conversation with them and without having to like try to explain how the internet works to like a 95-year-old lady. You know what I mean?
Dom, you have to share
how the
one
internet
of
works
your.
is very accurate.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. Sorry, Jason.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You need to share one of your TikTok ads, Dom, to like anybody who asks what you do, because they are the most funny and cringe type of videos to do
So-
possible.
Yeah.
And if you show somebody one of those,
Can we pull one up? Can we pull one up right now?
I can pull one up. Wait,
Let's pull it up.
wait.
Yeah.
When I let me see if I
what
can
do you
pull-
do for a living? Oh my
This-
God, I spin this wheel of fortune, and it's so much fun. I've been
Play
doing this for
Jackpot Land
hours.
with me.
I try to get young boys to play video games. What? No, that came out wrong.
It's this easy to make money online. All you have to do is play this app.
And then
Yeah.
I'll tell people these videos are gonna add an extra 20 grand a year.
That's awesome.
What?
That's a lot.
That's a good one, Fanny. I like
Yeah.
that. Nice.
Deputy online. Yes. How do we even find those videos? Let me see. Oh,
Don't you
I don't
have
know.
like
I remember
stories?
you
we
posted
share
them up
so
somewhere.
much shit. Hold on. It's
It's
So-
worth. This is worth the wait. Go ahead, Jason.
oh yeah, keep going.
I was gonna say, I was gonna look too, but Dom usually has the right wording that went in search, and he'll find it in 2 seconds. It'll take me an hour to find that
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, most of us they run on pretty much every vertical. So every short form platform, all the socials, you'll see kind of like these kind of cringy, like casino style ads, right? That run and you're just like, you can't swipe fast enough, right? You're just like, fucking ad. And you swipe off of it. Well, one of those ads that you see is going to be Dom, and you're going to be
Yeah.
like, "Holy, wait a second, I know that guy."
Here we
And
go.
you're not going to
Braden,
swipe
if he's
because you're going to be
watching.
like, "I know that guy."
So wait, I found it. Who said
Yeah.
who said I know what to search?
Jason.
I just went into videos and just scrolled until I saw it.
Hey, I found the reaction that Scotty wrote. And you know what his comment was after I posted it?
What?
I think I pissed my pants.
So what'd you type? Piss pants?
I pissed and I was like, I remember he said something about pissing his pants. I said,
See,
piss, and it came up.
this is part of that Rain Man moment that we talk about all the time, but it's funny as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just told us he's in like the 3rd percentile of like memory crazy. There's a reason we roast him because he's going to remember it forever until he doesn't.
Wait.
Show us the goods.
Our screen. Where do I go? Is this this screen here? Share system audio. All right. And again, this is going to be it.
Just do it.
Who's ready? Who's ready?
Play Jackpot Land with me, where you can experience Vegas without leaving your couch. Everyone who plays gets 2 million gold coins to start.
Excellent.
Let's see what I won. The wins are huge. So, let's see what happens. Come on. Let's go! Click right now to download the Jackpot Land.
That's what you do for a living, Dom.
That's what I do for a living.
That's it.
Oh, shit. That's gonna put an extra 20 grand a year into my pocket.
Yeah, it's
And
funny to laugh at, but when you're making money off of short form content like that, like who's having the last laugh? Dom's laughing. Laugh.
All the way to the bank.
Let's
Now-
go.
So
What do the kids say nowadays? Oh yeah. Let's
I had
go.
no idea what to do. It was the first one I made. Dude, that ad, that one there was made $100. That video you just watched, it's got $100 and counting on it.
Oh my god, that's so awesome.
In the program, the TikTok ads program, you get part of it. It has a private Discord, right? And at the end of every month, they make they tell what the top person made, what the average person made, and how many people made over $10,000 and $20,000. Last month, the top person made $90,000 last month, making those ads
In 1 month.
in 1 month. Average person made $1,800.
Oh my god.
I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, course coming soon. Course dropping soon.
Yeah, course drops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With Slight Cash, though, is you have to have 50,000 followers on a TikTok account.
Yeah.
Yeah, huge threshold. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
A couple videos, though, a couple P videos, you can get there.
So good.
Only takes one video. One P video away.
That's all. Yeah.
I almost peed my pants again. So
What pants?
hey, let me. Oh, wait a minute. I'm not gonna get up right now.
Yeah.
I don't know how I ended up here.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, these so all right. So I see Tyler and Nathan, we're talking about Reagan's ad. Those were ads that we made promoting our products. These, like we saw, I mean, these are before you saw the ad, but I don't post these anywhere on my page.
Right.
Or else I wouldn't be posting them. They go.
But there's also something to be said there. Like if you know the framework of a performing ad, like you will do well with short form content. You also know what to look for to be able to find the performers in a certain area and identify those things and how to frame what words you use.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what's nice about being of a different demographic of most of the people who make those ads, because let's be faced, they're all like 21-year-olds that make them. I can use the same words and the same copy and the same shots, shot for shot, word for word. But the marketer in me is like, well, that's a split test. Does a 35-year-old dude work better, perform better or worse than a 21-year-old girl?
Let's see what I won.
Let's go.
That should be a shirt.
Dom's face with the tips in the air.
Only if it's your picture on there going, what did I win? It was like you were the old person who's never been in front of a camera before and you didn't know how it worked. You're like,
I didn't know
hey.
That was
It's
like 2020
so
Dom content right
painful.
there.
All right, let's talk about how hard that was to make the first time. Because CapCut, one, you can't make it in TikTok,
Right.
right? You have to make it in CapCut because you can't post it to your profile.
Oh god.
But on CapCut, if you green screen video like you would on TikTok inside of CapCut, you can't resize yourself. So you're covering the entire screen. So what I had to do is I had to film those clips without looking at the video. So I was like guessing in my head about how long it was going to take. So that's why I was all like, see what I won. I didn't know.
But I will say this, scripted anything is an entirely different game than creating your own content. Yes, the framework's the same, but like the first time I made our scripted ads with our agency,
Bro,
it felt wildly uncomfortable.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Reagan, bro. Remember how many times it said bro in there?
I mean, like never anything more unnatural to come out of my mouth in my entire life than
So awesome.
bro 4 times in this same ad.
Yeah.
I'm glad none of you had to see that because
We got
you would have
hacked
known
next
which
week.
audience you came from, and you may have not been the fit for us.
Yeah. They were good though. Yeah.
So that was make the content, guys. You never know where it's going to lead.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, Ricky Bobby, I'm not sure what to do with my hands.
How I felt shooting that one. End of TikTok links. Speaking of TikTok and ads and stuff, selling shit on TikTok. Thoughts?
Is anybody getting the TikTok shop like a shit ton? Like
Every
as you're
post.
swiping through, like
Yeah,
there's tons and tons of. They are pushing that content. So if you are somebody who has like you place a button or a link on your video at basically advertising that you're going to earn a commission from representing or promoting a specific physical product or whatever it might be. I'm getting those people, they're pushing that so hard because they're wanting to compete with the physical products and shopping online. They're going toe to toe right now in terms of like garnering attention to buy shit with the big boys, right? Because they know that all the attention is on TikTok because hundreds of millions of people swipe all day long on TikTok and they're going to buy shit if it's in front of them with their favorite influencers, that they're more likely to purchase something, right? And is this the end of link in bio where they're just going to get rid of it? They're going to let content creators do the button on their video with the shop. I'm not really sure what they could be doing some testing where it could go away completely because they know all links do is take people off of their platform.
Yep. And they've now put a lot of things in place to where you can now sell your course on TikTok. Affiliate links are now on TikTok, and with putting your affiliate links, now everything is within compliance as well. So there's less risk for them, and then taking people off platform. We know that they don't want that, and they, like you said, they're pushing it so hard. They just offered me $160 to buy products from their list to start making videos.
It to test, just so everyone knows. Come back and know I did it, and I obviously played it and how I could play with it in my niche, because that's where you see people winning, right? Like there are a couple people that are fairly decent influencers and marketers, but you're exactly right, Jason. Like they're pushing it hard, and they're also adding new buttons in for people to be able to participate in these things.
Question, Reagan. The fulfillment, how long did it take for you to get your product?
I don't have it yet. So I have another call out to that. Not necessarily because I don't have it, but Shopper Reagan, yours truly, if you haven't bought anything off Temu, that's all this stuff is.
Okay.
So
it's all drop shipped trinkets.
It's
Right.
Temu. It's
Right.
all the stuff off Temu, the app Jason told us about.
Which is still technically on a slow boat from China. And that was that's just the consumer in me wondering, yes, it definitely has a place, and TikTok will cannibalize it or capitalize on it. I don't know how the American consumer, especially the TikTok consumer, what's their appetite for waiting for shit? You know, because it's going to probably take 2 weeks to get your product. If you've ever ordered anything off TikTok like I have before, you'll get that response that says, "Hey, your shipment's it's been shipped." And then you look and it's DHL and you're like, "Oh shit, it's in a port in China," literally. And then 2 weeks or so later it shows up. So the front end is great, but if people don't get their product fast enough, I don't know if that's sustainable. Right.
I've also noticed that there are some name brand stuff on there. I don't think it's all Temu type of stuff, because there is some big name brand stuff. So I assume, I haven't bought it, I haven't tested it, that you could probably get something faster because it is more mainstream. But there is a lot of that white labeled, just, you know, trinket stuff on there. Yes, but I've also seen some really good stuff.
Yeah.
I think one of them is the Wyze cameras. And I have I have Wyze cameras, and that is something that you can pick up at a store. And I noticed that a lot of people are promoting that, and maybe it's because it's the push on the TikTok app too. But I wonder if we would get something like that sooner.
Maybe. Yeah. But here's the way that I read the whole links end of TikTok links. I think they're only going to block certain domains.
I think at first.
At first, yes. It'll be Amazon, it'll be Etsy, it'll be Shopify links. Just like how was it Linktree now bans OnlyFans? Like there's
that's why.
What?
That explains my analytics.
So, but like specific domains are going to get blocked, because if you think the amount of, again, TikTok does a lot of good. Like people have, what's the donation site? GoFundMe. People have GoFundMe's up there. People have nonprofit organizations up there. People have benevolent information websites. I don't think those are ever going to get blocked. But if they do, and there's affiliate links within the videos instead, they allow affiliate links, Fanny, for the products in TikTok Shop. So you can't add a custom affiliate link on TikTok. However, the hack around all of this: create a short series, offer it for $1 or 99 cents or $1.99, whatever the lowest price is. Have that video that people pay $1 for, and then in that video go, hey, to get this supplement that goes with this video, go to this web address, enter your email, and you can collect the lead that way. And then once someone submits the email lead, send them down a sales funnel as you normally would.
I think the one thing we also didn't talk about with TikTok is if you have your own physical thing to sell, they're pushing that really, really hard on TikTok too.
Yeah.
They're even giving like 30% off coupons. So if I have a physical product that I'm selling for $100 with shipping, they're going to offer that 30% off coupon. So the end consumer gets it for $70, but you as a seller still get the $100. Yeah. They're literally eating it to try and get people on the platform.
I pulled it up. I have it up on an article here. It says TikTok Shop is expected to lose $500 million this year. And that's TikTok putting money on the platform. Right now, they're still doing sales volume at about $3 to $4 million a day. Their goal is to get to $10 million a day in commerce.
But what better way to get brands to spend money on your platform than partnering with the creators and giving them a portion of it? Like,
yeah.
Right.
Well, how many who follows that guy from VaynerMedia who's always testing? He always has that one little, like, I think it was like the Kraken, the little like beer can shotgun thing.
Yeah.
In the bottom of every one of his videos. He doesn't mention it except at the end. He's like, oh yeah, I have to mention this product. Here's the thing.
He did the Crown Royal hat.
Yeah, the Crown Royal hat too. Yeah. So he has one product, but it's getting him in crazy organic reach because it has that one TikTok Shop product.
He's starting to test a couple more out. He said he made a couple bucks or something off of the first thing he tested on there. And then he did the Crown Royal hat. So I think he's going to be testing some more stuff. I'm tinkering with the seller portion to see if you can connect it to some type of print on demand.
Let's get merch on TikTok.
That's exactly what I'm trying to do, but I don't know what qualifications you need because you have to obviously fill out your business info, but obviously there's other things, and then I get distracted.
Well,
So,
Reagan, the DMM TikTok is registered TikTok business. Uploaded our EIN, everything. We're registered and we're good to go.
done.
So
Okay,
did the legwork for you.
perfect. Are we attached to our Gmail?
I think so.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, don't put it out there.
yeah.
No.
It's fine,
Really?
but yes.
Really curious about this though, Jason. You're saying you can do your own physical product.
Yes.
Do you have to go through like a vetting process with TikTok though?
No idea. I
The
haven't
liability-
gone through it.
The
I
liability
just bought
is
something from it
insane.
the other day. Like somehow I got stuck on ProLube TikTok, which is like a lubricant for your cars. And I have diesel engines, and they do all these tests. Anyway, I was like, you know what?
Pro Lube for your diesel engines?
Hey,
Sure
we
about
don't
that?
talk about that kind of ProLube.
You sure about that?
You
So
sure
I'm
about that?
really curious to see how it works. Whatever, but like I fell victim to buying stuff off TikTok too. I'm sure some of you guys in here have.
Yeah.
Whether
Yo, so, Jay, I finished that thought, but I just made something. I found a discovery on TikTok.
go for it.
Sorry. In your profile, you have like that little like where you can see the grid on the far left. There's a little down arrow. I hit it. You can sort by your most popular videos. And you can do that with any other creator. You can sort by most popular videos. So that whole sort Chrome extension, obsolete. Go ahead.
Yep.
Sorry.
Nice.
So let's go back on ProLube. I'm sorry.
So I know that they're selling their product on there, and they ended up selling out. But I don't know. We'll see. I have no idea. I don't have any physical things to sell anybody, so it didn't make any sense for me to.
You mean
Yeah,
that hat with the rooster on it? You're not going to sell that on TikTok Shop?
I mean, I guess I could. I could
You
drop
could.
ship that damn thing.
I mean, if you can get them for $5 on Temu, you could probably just order 100 of them.
And, well, they're $40
Yeah,
a piece.
they're all over the.
Yeah, they're
Not
40
all of them
bucks
are
a
locked.
piece.
Not all the categories are locked. You can actually promote them without ordering it through there. So I've seen a couple of them on there of those hats. Obviously,
Yeah.
they would pop up on my shop too.
Do you think we're
Yeah.
ever going to add any of this to the fourth wall secrets, or just add that to insiders, or should we even bring up fourth wall secrets, or is it a secret?
Why would it be secret?
Because
Now
you want
that
it
it's
as a
out there,
secret.
just follow us. We're
Because
gonna have
you-
something free coming down the pipe.
Because you weren't mentioning, you weren't reading the private chat.
No, I don't read the private chat ever. You're the only one who uses it. That's like your private diary.
I think you're wrong in this case, mister.
Oh, it's everyone but me. Okay.
Yeah. That's the best I can do with a segue. I suck at it.
No, it's fine. Yeah, no, we got everyone who's never created a digital product before, because obviously that's hot right now. Selling digital products. There will be a free challenge coming in the next couple of weeks. So follow us on all the platforms and
Yeah.
more information to follow.
It's going to be super hot.
We haven't done anything free ever, I don't think.
Dude.
It was funny because last year we're like, you know what? After doing the paid beta and trying to figure out and giving us something, we're like, we'll never do anything free. Now we're doing stuff for free.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's a twist on free.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess there is a twist.
There is a
But-
sort, but there is no money from you. up
You're
front.
going to get information that most of these gurus are charging $2,500 for free
Yeah.
Right.
or more.
Scotty, dear diary, let's go.
What does it mean?
What?
What does it mean? Are you reading?
I see private chat. I assume that it's you. That little red circle pops up. I'm like, oh, what's he bitching about backstage?
Let's see what I won.
But Dad, do you have anything you want to add? Do you have anything coming down the pipeline from the Triple C's community? I know
We do
I know
have
we
some
were just
stuff in the back
feedback-
end, kind of constructing a little bit more of, everyone, everyone preaches about like done for you stuff and 90% of the hard work. Well, fuck that shit. I'm only doing 10% of the easy work. So you can focus on the actual hard work that everybody has to do anyways.
Hell yeah.
So we do have some good stuff coming down the pipe, not only in that department, but I don't want to do a shameless plug on this podcast, but I'm actually have my own podcast in the works as well.
All right.
So
all
there
right.
are some things happening in the back end, and the rest of
Nice.
the year is going to be really exciting. Yeah.
You can shameless plug that podcast. That's fine.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Because we'll be on there.
Yeah, feeder from one podcast to another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So wait, is it a
osmosis.
solo
Yeah.
project or is it a you and Demi? Is it
No, it's a solo project. Solo dolo. Yeah.
Tales from the Beard?
Tales from the Beard. You know,
I hope it's
build
like
a FU brand. Yeah.
I hope it's like a Venus flytrap late night WKRP with the lights down and you're talking to your audience like this.
Hey, good night, everybody.
Hey, you crazy cat.
I mean, he's got the right mic for
He
it.
does.
Yeah.
Just
And the
turn that
voice.
compression all the way up.
I
was
tell
funny.
everybody always says I have a voice for podcasts. I'm like, no, it's all the mic. It's just the mic. Trust me.
Dude, these Shure mics are magical.
They really fucking are.
It's insane. I mean, I sometimes I'll just play with that EQ on. I'm like, this is now I sound like a actual have a voice for radio. I don't.
Nice.
Yeah,
It's
that's
funny
really
the other
side
day
hustle.
in your group, that live that we did with your group, Thad.
Well-
I think almost all of us had the same mic except
Yep.
for Scotty that was going down the road.
Yep.
Yeah,
Very true.
he was on the wired Apple. That
Yeah.
2 frames.
You know,
a second.
carpool Scotty. You know what I mean? It's got to go down like that.
Live from the school pickup line.
Yeah.
That's it. Yep. Cat purring in the background. Nice. That's it.
There
Just
needs to be a
just
Misfit After
stroking it.
Dark show.
That's a 70s porn title right there.
Yeah.
They're going to take a clip of that too and add it to the one from earlier. Stroking it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. This is
I'm
gonna
just
have-
giving
this is gonna have
all
a couple
kinds of good
viral
stuff for the VA to chop up. Yeah.
Yes. Joe, if you're watching, we're sorry. When you get to this one, I can't wait. But yeah, I think that is everything that we should keep an eye out for coming down the pike. New podcast, new free stuff. And yeah. Guys, we really need an outro. Hey, thanks for listening. If you like this episode, please leave us a review, or better yet, take a screenshot on your phone, post it to social media, and tag us, Digital Marketing Misfits, or just use the hashtag Digital Marketing Misfits. And for extra bonus